In the clubhouse, celebrating, the Yankees players began chanting, "Strawman, Strawman," in recognition of their teammate who missed the World Series while successfully battling colon cancer. This record-setting team was just that, a team who collectively was much more than its individual players. The 1998 Yankees won 125 games, 114 in the regular season, and 11 more in the postseason to capture their 24th World Championship. And when the greatest teams of all time are discussed, Joe Torre's 1998 Yankees will certainly be on the list. This Yankees dynasty went on to win world titles in 1999 and 2000, giving them 4 championships in a 5-year span. But those are Yankee classics for another time. I'm John Sterling.
This is the moment.
That's entertainment.
You can't write this stuff.
This is the matchup you live for.
Big season, more reasons to say yes. Yes to pick and play jackpots up to $25,000. Yes to in-game action and live chats with Pick and Play Live. Check it out now on the Yes app.
Enables them to rebuild their lives.
If they get a new house like this one, it'll help them do normal life. My dad's not just a hero, he's my hero.
Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Gleyber Torres was part of the Bronx Bombers' power surge last night, slugging one of the team's 4 home runs in a series-opening shutout of the Padres. Tonight, we'll see if the bats stay locked in as the Yankees take on the Pods once again on a Saturday night at Petco Park in Southern California. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. I'm Chris Sheeran. 3 swings in a 4-batter span helped the Yankees land the knockout blow early yesterday. Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton in the same lineup and all mashing at the same time. It's moments like that 3rd inning that the Yankees had to be expecting when they added Soto in the offseason. Soto, Judge, and Stanton tagged Padres starter Yu Darvish for 3 in the 3rd inning, starting with Soto crushing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball out to right for his 14th homer. 2 pitches later, Judge went down and got a slider, hammering it for his 16th of the season. And then after Alex Verdugo launched a fly ball off the wall for a single, Stanton demolished a slow curve for dinger number 13, and just like that, the Yanks had a 6-0 lead and didn't look back. Soto, Judge, and Stanton all rank among the American League leaders in home runs, and if you add them up, the trio, get this, has more homers than 4 teams. The Tampa Bay Rays and Detroit Tigers each have 42. The Cardinals are at 41, and the White Sox have just 36. After the game, Soto talked about what went into that 3rd inning eruption.
We just try to do the same plan that we've been doing throughout the whole season. Just try to attack our strength and stay with it. And he made a couple mistakes and we didn't miss it.
Can you describe what that inning was like, as not only you, but Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton all went deep?
That's great. I mean, it's a great feeling, you know. It's not only one guy. I mean, all the guys, we swinging the bat well. And seeing those guys, Judge going back-to-back, and then seeing G doing his thing. Doogie almost hit a homer, too. I mean, it's just a great feeling, you know. Great feeling, great stuff. And we're more than excited to see that.
Was there a little something more to it for you who played here in San Diego to be able to do it here in your first trip back?
It's always good to be back, you know. It's always good to be back. It's better to get the win. I think the guys did a pretty good job. Rodon was unbelievable today. And, I mean, at the end of the day, we only worry about the win. It's good to be back, but definitely greatest to get the win.
Hey, you started hearing MVP chants at Yankee Stadium. There are a ton of Yankees fans here in San Diego. They're chanting MVP again. What do you think of all this?
It's just great. It's just a great feeling. Thanks for everything. I mean, the support has been amazing so far, and let's keep it going.
In order for Soto and the Yankees to keep it going, they'll have to keep this Padres lineup quiet again, and a big part of that could be by containing Manny Machado, who's batting .333 with 7 doubles and a slugging percentage over .500 across his last 7 games. But while Machado is swinging it well, no one has been hotter than Aaron Judge. The captain's batting .386 with 12 home runs over his last 26 games. One more note about this Yankees lineup. It's the 8th time Aaron Boone has used these 9 hitters in this order. That's the most he's used one lineup in any single season of his tenure as Yankees manager. Anchored in that cleanup spot is Alex Verdugo, who is riding a 6-game hitting streak and was hit safely in 10 of his last 11. He just barely missed a home run last night, as we just heard Juan Soto saying. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .300 with an .850 OPS and 23 RBI. Verdugo's hitting style has been important as well, as 10.7% strikeout rate is the 5th best in baseball. So with him batting in the middle of a bunch of sluggers, that high-contact game requires opponents to attack him in a completely different way. That can throw off pitchers' rhythms, by the way. Over his last 5 games, Verdugo is batting .350 with 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. He's driven in 6 during that stretch, and Verdugo has really stabilized the cleanup spot in the Yankees lineup. The Bombers got just 88 RBI from their number 4 hitters last year. Verdugo already has 18 in 20 games where he's batted 4th. Now, Memorial Day can be considered the first benchmark for gauging a team's success. Since expansion in 1961, this year's Yankees will have the franchise's 3rd best record at the 1/3 mark of the season. And they're doing it without their staff ace. Let's not forget that. In our quote of the day, Aaron Boone was asked if he's surprised by his team's performance.
Not surprised, pleased, certainly. I mean, anytime you run out to a record like this, you take that, you sign up for that, you're happy with that. But we know we've got a long, long way to go, and you know we know what the ultimate goal is. So we just kind of keep moving forward.
Aaron, when they're rolling the way that they have been, especially offensively, is there an excitement to show up at the ballpark every day to kind of see what they're going to do?
Yeah. I mean, you know, when you're playing well and things are going well, you know, as much as you're always trying to have an even keelness to you, and I think you have to have that regardless of what you're going through, because you know inevitably you're going to have peaks and valleys. But there's definitely, you know, naturally a better feeling when you're winning baseball games regularly and you're playing well, and you know, whether it's from a pitching standpoint, defense, offense, guys are doing well and performing, makes things a little funner.
Pitching's been great all season long, but when you have the offense scoring the way they're scoring, just how much does that enable the starting staff to relax and perhaps be a little bit more aggressive?
Probably definitely helps. I've never pitched, so and I've never started, so I don't know exactly that feeling, but I'm sure there's a level of comfort, confidence, feeling that you can be a little more aggressive, you know, don't have to, you know, fear a mistake or whatever like that. But, you know, you know, these guys are in such a good headspace and frame of mind and really going out and executing at a high level. So, you know, frankly, that's happening, you know, when we had a week where we weren't swinging the bats great, or now that we are swinging the bats well. So I'm sure it does help, though, a little bit.
Marcus Stroman talked so much about the mental side of the game, about breathing, being calm on the mound, yet he's still fiery and excitable, competitive at times. How does he strike that balance? How do you strike a balance like that?
He does it well. I think he's invested a lot into the mental side of the game and understanding the importance of breathing and just being able to handle all the things you got to deal with in a major league game, in a major league season, mentally speaking, and he does a great job of that, and that's a skill. That's a skill that, he's worked very hard at his career at developing. So I think it's just something that he's worked really hard at, and I think he's very good at.
Much more to come here on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. Up next, we'll break down tonight's pitching matchup. Can Marcus Stroman extend this historic run by Yankees starters? Then we'll check in with a former Yankees pitcher as Meredith Marakovitz catches up with Padres pitcher Michael King. And later, we'll circle the bases with some scores and storylines from around the league. That's all still to come, so keep it locked in right here on Yes and the Yes app. Yankees batting practice today is presented by Audi, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Yankees. Visit your tri-state Audi dealer today.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road, as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Let's begin, shall we?
Let's go! This is Apple TV Plus, the streaming service with something for everyone.
Okay.
New releases every week. The highest quality movies and shows with no ads.
Here we go.
Messi! You can watch it on all the devices you already own.
Yes!
And you can share it with 5 of your closest friends and family. Start streaming now.
Big season. More reasons to say yes. Wow. Yes to the ultimate viewing experience.
Aaron Judge crushes one.
Yes to in-game live stats. And earn rewards and win prizes. Get all the Yankees action on the Yes app. Download now.
When I was younger, I may have did some stupid things, even committed some crimes, even got shot, but I'm not a criminal.
I work for youth advocate programs. Yeah, I was Tamani's advocate, helping him stay out of jail, stay in the neighborhood, and get a job.
As a little kid, I experienced trauma and I acted out. I made some mistakes, but I'm not a mistake.
No, she's a good student and a great kid. As Jalen's YAP advocate, I'm always here for her.
Lots of times I'm told what I can't do. What's impossible for people like me is enough to make you lose hope, but I am not hopeless.
No way. We're working together to help Gavin see his talents and his future.
YAP is a community-based alternative to youth incarceration, congregate placement, and neighborhood violence. After completing our program, 86% of participants were living in their communities, arrest-free.
And now, I'm a YAP advocate, helping kids like me find a better way.
Youth advocate programs. Others talk social change. We make it happen.
Back here on Yankees batting practice today, presented by Audi. And we mentioned last night the Bronx Bombers took center stage in San Diego. It was their 5th game this season where they hit at least 4 home runs in one game, which is more than any other team in the league and more than the Yanks had all of last season. Here's who those bats will be going up against. Dylan Cease gets the ball for the Padres. The former White Sox righty's 5-3 with a 3.05 ERA and 73 strikeouts in his first season with San Diego. And for the Yanks, it's Marcus Stroman, who is 3-2 with a 3.05 ERA, and he is coming off an absolute gem. On Monday, Stroman worked into the 8th against the Mariners and allowed 1 earned run on 3 hits. He struck out 6 and walked just 1, which was his fewest in an outing since April 23rd. Stroman has a 2.22 ERA in May, and opponents are batting just 195 against him this month, more than 50 points lower than they were in March and April. Stroh is succeeding the way he always does. He's getting ground balls nearly 48% of the time this month. He also seems to like this matchup, and this is our key to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Against the Padres in his career, Stroman is 4-0 with a 1.76 ERA, and that includes 0 earned runs in 12 2/3 innings at Petco Park.